What a wonderful, wonderful chilly morning. I've allowed chat on this. I don't know that I'll be able to answer anybody. Like I said, I have to get really close to read things, though using a camera is not a problem. So if you start to see me doing like this, it's because I'm trying to read chat. If I can read it, I can read it. If I can't, I can. I'm not going to screw up a lot of the video by doing that unless I see that it's somebody I really, really know. But I will try to answer your chats if I can, if anybody does. But anyway, beautiful October 24th. 6 more days till Halloween. Ah, that's going to be so nice. That's going to be so nice. Always enjoyed that. My other half really likes Halloween. It's like her favorite holiday. My favorite one is Christmas. I've always liked Christmas myself, but it's going to be pretty cool. I'm debating whether or not I want to run down to Kirbyville, and, well, I don't have enough time. We've got a huge stash of Halloween stuff down there, tombstones and fogging cauldrons and flaming cauldrons and LED lights and then the whole 9 yards, because we've always tried to do up Halloween if we can. You know, you have what you have and you can do it. But we've got a fairly sizable little stash here. We may buy some more. I have to see what I've got in my funds. Go ahead and get a few more things for it. Love this neighborhood because this is one of those towns where they still adhere to some cultural traditions, and one of them is trick or treating. And it's really cool to see all the kids out there, coming on the porch and doing the trick or treat thing. Man, that brings back memories. When I was a little kid, I loved that. Believe it or not, I was a kid once. I was actually a pretty thin kid all the way up into my 20s, but God, look at what's happened to me now. But those are things we can fix, and we're trying to, hiking and such. Got to keep your body moving. If you don't, then that looked like something popped up from it. I guess I'll know when I see the first chat come in. But you got to keep yourself. Excuse me. I woke up a little messed up this morning. I may have to stop and go get some coffee here in a bit, or I might have to take you guys with me while I get some coffee. Yeah, I'm doing this without my glasses. It's basically I just saw just saw my other half off, and she's going off to her little job that she does, and I'm just here doing this video, holding the fort right now. I don't have anything to do until about 10 o'clock, so I ain't worried about it too much. That also brings another piece of wisdom, especially with what's been going on. Never, never depend on YouTube for your income. Oh my God. The people that are so screwed over now. There was, as they say, adpocalypse. I was monetized for a short time, but I didn't do it for a living. I kind of had the wisdom and forethought that that's not a stable force. Blah 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 blah. I can talk. I promise. It's not a stable source of income. YouTube was always, hey, if I make enough to buy a hamburger, hey, that's awesome. But otherwise, it was basically an experiment. And some of what I did, I put into things that were needed, but it was not, I never considered this an income. And these people, you hear them whining and complaining, oh, adpocalypse, this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting there thinking, you actually depended on YouTube to support a. You're a guy with 2 kids and a wife, and you're using YouTube to support them? What kind of idiot are you? Here's the thing about it, and it's been shown again and again, and it's getting hard. YouTube giveth, YouTube taketh away. Google giveth, Google taketh away. Well, right now, Google is taketh away. So, what's the point of wisdom? Y'all suckers better be hunting you's a job pretty fucking quick. That's what the takeaway is. It was a nice little passive income for people, but it should have never become something that you could support a family on. If you want to do that kind of crap, get real popular here. Real popular here. I am not real popular, but I could see this working. There is another social platform. It's called Steemit. And you get paid. It's a little bit here and a little bit there for your posts. And as you get more popular, the money you get paid goes up. That's for like a Facebook type thing. But they have a video platform out there, and it's called DTube. And they have another one that does video and live streaming. It's a bit more reliable. It's called DLive. Once you get set up on Steemit, you can set up accounts on DTube and DLive. You already have one pretty much. You just use Steam Connect, or yeah, that's Steemit Connect or whatever they call it. Anyway, you can do that, or you can use your user credentials, and you can set yourself up something there. And what you'll find is the more people watch your videos, they like your videos, they contribute a little of their money to your videos, and it can snowball. There are people that are making tens of thousands of dollars doing videos over there. If you really want to take the old school try at making an income for your creative work, that's a good place to go because you get rewarded. You're not the monkey making the money for the platform. The platform is actually giving you what your work is worth as you do it. So it's definitely worth your time. But that was a tangent I got off onto because I've been watching a lot of YouTube video people whining and complaining about that. Don't whine and complain. You know what the terms of service are, and you know they can change them at any whim. The other thing that's really good about DLive and DTube and Steemit is they're blockchain based. Your comments, your videos won't ever get censored. They can't. It's in the blockchain. No way. Think of it as Bitcoin for social media is basically what it is. And it eliminates a lot of the problems. It eliminates a lot of the problems. You can say what you want. You have freedom of speech there. That's one of the big pluses. But getting out of all of that and getting out of the politics of all of that, I try not to get in the middle of that stuff because there's more to life than YouTube. There's more to life than vlogging and blogging. But what a great morning. Let's get back on the subject. What a great morning. Woke up this morning. It had to have been in the low 60s, upper 50s. We got a little rain falling today. It's really good. Everybody's off. Blissful peace. Just me and the dog down there. Me and the dog down there. Just hanging out. And had a cup of coffee. Do I have any left? Maybe a little bit. Let's see. Yep, just a little. My coffee's done. But they're off to work. It's feeling like fall. Holy crap, is it feeling like fall? It's frickin' great. The house is a little cold. You probably noticed. I got my coat on. Got my hat on because I'm probably going to run off to a little cafe. There's a couple of little cafes around here, and they serve a wicked cup of coffee. And they do a really badass omelet of one kind or another. You got to really like small town life, and I do. I've lived in the big town. I lived in Houston for a while. Didn't like it too much. We do have our share of crime and such here, but it's not anything like it was down in Houston and Spring and all those areas. When we lived in Spring, if it wasn't hot or nailed down, it was generally gone before the morning hours came around. But here, it's not so bad. The people here respect one another. There's a total difference in culture. Once you get north of the mosquito line and you get around DFW and further north, the culture and the way people treat each other changes for the better. For the better. It's easy to make friends here. People will engage in conversation, and people genuinely care about each other in the community. It's really nice. I haven't seen that in years. Years. I can remember when it was more common. But it's not so common these days. So when you find a town where it is, it's nice. And I encourage anybody that's out there, if you're tired about how your life is going in these towns and how people treat you and the shitty culture that is the big city south, shitty culture that's anywhere, move to the Midwest and move up in, the panhandle of Texas or further north, into other states. People are nicer there. People are nicer there. God, I lived in Jasper. What a shithole that place was. What a shithole that place was. Won't ever go back if I can help it. I actually lived about 15 miles south of there, I think is the distance. Uh, Kirbyville. What a shithole that was. They ain't nothing but rednecks, white trash, and methamphetamine everywhere you look, man. Total garbage. And every one of them bumpkins tries to act like they're gangbangers or they're in the hood. They're total shit. They're all shit there. If you can avoid those towns, now there is a town east of Jasper, it's Newton. They have a good school system. They have good people there. They keep a tighter handle on things. Jasper is turning lawless. It's turning into a really armpit of the South. And Kirbyville is a stinky, rotten crotch of the South. So there you go. Just telling it like it is. Just telling it like it is. But I do own land and I own a house down there. But it's the lifeboat. It's the lifeboat. If everything goes to shit here, the lifeboat still exists. Right now, I got family there and it's leased out to them. And worst comes to worst, I mean, if things get really good here, I might sell it and pick up a piece of property here. But I'm homesteaded down there. That's where I actually live. Up here, this is an expedition kind of thing up here, sort of. It is what it is. As far as the government's concerned. But I'm looking around up here. I'm thinking about getting auxiliary property up here and maybe homesteading up here. We'll see. I mean, I've got it pretty good down there because I am disabled. I got the disability exemption on the property. I'm not paying much in the way of taxes on it. So it's good, It's very good. And I'll do the same when it happens up here that I find a piece of property I like. I'll invest in it. It'll be our trap door, just like the one down in Kirbyville is. She swears up and down she doesn't want to ever go back there, but you never know what kind of bad shit life puts you through. I don't ever want to go back there, to be honest with you. If I could work it where I have a trap door up here for us, maybe I'll buy some vacant lot up here that's decent. The taxes aren't too bad on. It's a thought. And then I'll turn around and just sell that piece down there. Sell it or keep it leased. It's not making any income, but it's being maintained. I have to decide on that. Depends on what my income looks like, But it's another thing, It's another thing. I always can use it if I have to. It's good to have family on a piece of land because if the shit hits the fan, you can always go back and you got family to help you out, It works. It works. You should never burn bridges and then expect people to send you boats. Because that doesn't ever really work much. Your family may pity you to that point, but it's not a good practice in general. Diplomacy is usually the best policy. It keeps your friends close. You take care of your friends, they take care of you. That's not gangster talk. That's just common sense. So, your good friends, you always keep them close. You've got acquaintances, and then you've got your good friends. I have a few. I have one out there, and he knows who he is. He's out there in Fort Bend, I think it is. He's a good fellow. He's the most reliable person I know. Props to my good friend. I have family that I keep close. I have family I don't keep close. There's reasons why. But, and I've got good friends here. It's good to have as many friends as you can make around, They say the more friends you have, the more developed up here you are academically, but I tend to err on the other side. You have a certain number that you want to deal with, and not above and not below. It's terrible to have no friends. It's terrible to have no friends, but to have some friends. And here is the simple axiom you can use to determine how many friends you should have. The more people you hang with, the more bullshit you deal with. Remember that, because you're going to find that out as time goes on. You're going to find that out. A good prover of that is Facebook. A good prover of that is Facebook. Once you get 500 million friends on there, well, some of them, they're not really friends. They're just, it's building your profile up. But, yep, when you've got a circle of people, the bigger it gets, the harder it is to deal with. And deal with everybody's drama all the way around. But a few friends is nice. And that's kind of how I like to keep it. I've got maybe 5 or 6 people I consider friends. And I mean real friends. They'll bail you out of trouble if you bail them out of trouble. And we all work to help each other out. But I don't want to get in trouble with my friends too much, so I'm not going to say too much about that and the policies that I follow as it goes with that. Everybody has policies that you follow with your friends, and you do. So don't bullshit that you don't. Everybody does. And everybody has their circles, and everybody has their small circle of people they trust. And then you've got your family. There's not much you can do with them. They're just there. You got your good family, and then you got the ones you just don't spend any time dealing with because they don't spend any time dealing with you. So, yeah. And everybody does. And if you say that you don't, you are a liar, my friend. Everybody does. Everybody has tiers of loyalty. Everybody has tiers of trust. But that's this morning. And I know I'm talking live, so I'm going to ramble. But I hope everybody stayed high and dry last week. The last video I did. We're starting to get the rain again. Hopefully it's not going to be one of these Noah's Ark type when will the rain stop events like it was the last time. Did you ever notice? I don't have anything with me right here. Text shows up backwards on this thing. I looked at a stream that I did, and the text was all reversed. Anything you have, like a coffee cup with a logo on it, or I don't know how to flip that. I don't know how to do that. I don't think there's an option in YouTube to do it. And I know why they do it. It's mirrored like this because movement is natural. When you look in a mirror, your movement is natural. Have you ever tried to vlog on a non-mirrored camera and how weird it gets? You're like, yeah. But anyway, I'm starting to go off into La La Land with this. I'm running out of things to say. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go enjoy my morning. I got a hot cup of coffee and some scrambled eggs on a plate waiting for me up here at one of these cafes. Maybe an omelet. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to call my friend up here. I wish my friend in Fort Bend were here because I'd enjoy doing that stuff as much. And it'd be nice to have a close person I know. But, you take your breaks where you can get them. I'm hoping he'll move up here one day if he ever could. Because it's not that hard to get a job up here. And it doesn't cost a lot to live up here. And the people are nice. I mean, this is a good place to start a life. It really is. A lot of the people here, they don't even, I know I'm rambling, but I got to get it out. A lot of the people up here, they don't even know how good it is here. Everybody wants out of here. Hell, man, I want it in here, and I want to stay here, man. It's nice. Taxes are low, property's cheap, people are nice. Crime is reasonable. Crime level is reasonable. And they don't frown on your right to bear arms here. In fact, they encourage you to have something to defend your house with. So it's nice. Police department is like 2 blocks that way. Yeah, 2 blocks. Policeman gets here less than 5 minutes. There's a policeman at your door. And we've had to call him a couple of times. This is not so bad. So if you're watching this, if anybody's watching this, at least take a little trip down here. There's a lot of beautiful old houses here for sale for not a lot of money. And the lot sizes are generous. The taxes for your house are not outrageous like they are in other places. They've got a chamber of commerce that listens to people here. They have festivals, they have community things, and the community comes out to them. The 4th of July was awesome. Halloween is going to be awesome. And Christmas is pretty cool, man. We got a guy down the street here, and when Christmas comes around, it explodes. He must have some grandkids or some kids or something, but he's got an awesome display out there on his yard when he sets it up. I hope he's still living there. I haven't seen many inflatables on the yard lately. But he does the whole nine. He even does Halloween. He had his Halloween stuff out, and that was pretty cool. But anyway, I will let you guys go. You guys enjoy your coffee this morning. And if you know other people, you can spread the word around. I do this every few mornings or once a week. I'll vlog. It's mostly just to keep my friends and family in touch, or keep in touch with them. And yeah, just yeah, whatever. Okay, y'all have a good one and keep it real.